Hi folks, how you doing? This is Iqbal with NVIDIA weekly analysis and assessment. NVIDIA again ended with negative closing week. The pressure is still on NVIDIA. And the GTC conference last week could not lift NVIDIA stock as we expected. In this video, we'll discuss how NVIDIA can perform this week using the latest data and the current fundamentals. And should we hold, buy, or sell NVIDIA stock for better opportunity? Now, let's get started. If you remember, I posted this poll onto my YouTube page sometime early last week, and the results are very interesting. I gave three options to the audience to select from that Nvidia will do the following by the end of next week. The majority of the people thought Nvidia would close above 130 by the end of last week. But you see that Nvidia closed at less than 120 by the end of last week. So this tells that majority of the people that participated in this poll were wrong. And the minority of the people, just 11%, were right in their assessment. So this tells that how unpredictable the last week was for Nvidia. You see weekly candlestick chart for Nvidia on your screen. The last week we see red candlestick. So last week Nvidia closed negative after having one positive green candlestick. Nvidia again went to correction mode last week. So 3 weeks in a row negative, one positive week, and then again negative week. I was expecting the last week to close positive, but it did not happen. And this makes the assessment for next week even more difficult. At this point, it's hard to say Nvidia will close positive next week or negative next week. Okay, but looking at the current uncertainty of the overall market, I again think that next week Nvidia might close as negative, or even if Nvidia closes as positive ending week, it won't be a big positive change. On the other hand, if some positive event or positive data gets published that support Nvidia, then Nvidia can go up as well and can close positive ending week for next week as well. So both possibilities exist in my opinion. So it's hard to predict at this point. And if you look at the economic data due this week, Monday, nothing much is scheduled. Tuesday, I do not see any significant data gonna be published. Wednesday, nothing much. Thursday, weekly initial jobless claims. And Friday next week, we have PC index and the core PC index, and those data will be very critical. I will talk more about the PC index data sometime next week. And if you look at the latest news regarding Nvidia, I see most of the news are positive about Nvidia, but somehow Nvidia could not gain the momentum last week. For example, this one that says correction to Nvidia stock falls, how it can excite markets again. So they are hopeful Nvidia can bounce back. And also this one that says AI compute demand is still increasing, says Creative Strategy CEO on why he is still bullish on Nvidia. Another positive about Nvidia is this one that says Nvidia's $4 trillion ambitions could drive the stock to new frontiers in 2025. Another one talking good about Nvidia that says Nvidia focusing on quantum is very bullish for the space, says EMJ Capital's Eric Jackson. Another one talking good about Nvidia with regards to the quantum computing that says Nvidia is going big on quantum computing and it is not going it alone. Another one, and that is from Quantum CEO. It says that the future includes Nvidia and so much more. Another positive about Nvidia is this one that says Nvidia's next gen chips will guzzle electricity. Will the US have enough power? So they basically are talking about the power issues we can face in the future due to the high demand on the AI compute and the AI chips. And this one also about NVIDIA and quantum that says Pascal teams with NVIDIA to expand hybrid quantum computing tech. And also this one, and this looks interesting. This says NVIDIA's disconnect and improving business with a cheaper stock. Barons.com. Let's open it. So basically, they are trying to make their case that at this valuation, NVIDIA is cheap, but still, NVIDIA is facing some issues. For example, they mention it here. Yet there is a disconnect despite the enthusiasm for the future of AI and how NVIDIA semiconductors are central to it all. NVIDIA shares have treated water, trading at just 26 times forward PE. That's an undemanding valuation for a company projected to boost revenue by 57% this year. And they also mentioned three concerns. The number one, the chip, the number one, that the AI chip demand could soften after the release of Chinese startup DeepSeek's efficient model. Second, a rising chip competition from Broadcom. And third one, uncertainty over President Donald Trump's threat to put tariffs on chip imports. So, out of these three, in my opinion, the major concern is the third one, that is the uncertainty around tariffs. But overall, their analysis is positive about NVIDIA's future outlook. And if I scroll down further, I see more and more news regarding NVIDIA and quantum. So that's the focus as of now on NVIDIA. For example, you see that NVIDIA Trust Quantum stock, and again this one that says NVIDIA's quantum computing event was a dud. And let's scroll down. Another one regarding NVIDIA and quantum that says NVIDIA integrates technology with the French quantum computing startup Pascal. I think we already talked about it. So overall, I do not see anything negative regarding NVIDIA in the coming future. At this point, I do not see anything negative about NVIDIA or any fundamental change regarding NVIDIA's valuation, but still, NVIDIA is not able to get the momentum as of now. And if you take a look at the technical charts, so nothing has changed as of now. The same levels as I discussed in my previous videos. So nothing much to talk about technical charts. NVIDIA is still trading between 121 and 112 level. Let's see if NVIDIA can be able to break 121 level. But looking at the overall fundamentals and the latest news regarding NVIDIA, and also there is not much economic data due next week or early next week. There is a possibility that Nvidia might try to bounce back on Monday and Tuesday. Okay, in my opinion, it should try to test this level and possibly it can break 121 level early next week. And regarding my position, I'm still holding Nvidia stocks. My break even is around 136. I know it's a challenging time, but it does not make sense to me to sell Nvidia stock at this level, okay? Because no fundamentals has changed for Nvidia, and also the financial and the demand outlook for Nvidia is still positive. And if for some reason Nvidia goes down next week below 112, the next level is 101, and that makes Nvidia a very good buy because that would also create a double bottom. So far we saw that Nvidia was not able to break 101 in last 2 weeks. So that's all about my analysis and assessment for next week. I hope you like the video. Please write in the comment section of what do you guys think about Nvidia for next week. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you more in the next video. Take care.